Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries, and I wanted to check in with y'all in regards to the full moon in Leo. Okay, full moon in Leo is supposed to come around the 5th of February. We just entered into a new month, so welcome, welcome, welcome. So, this energy that I'm feeling, it feels like love, it feels like compassion, and it also is giving me like main character energy. So for those of you who are really taking care of yourself, prepping for a new look, or just to reintroduce yourself to the world, I'm seeing that you're really gathering your outfits, you're gathering your look, you looking for inspiration. I don't care if it's even on Pinterest, where you looking up new hairstyles or makeup tips or how to improve your skin. You are really like taking it up a notch as far as how you look. In addition to that, I see that heart matters, those things that you've probably carried on as far as past relationships or even traumatic events as far as childhood, they're coming up to the surface. You're observing them, you're understanding, acknowledging, accepting for what it is, and you're releasing those things. So any residual energy is pretty much like few far in between. Like, you are done with that. You're actually saying, okay, let's learn some more things about myself that will actually be of my benefit, instead of like dreading your past storyline. What you're wanting to reintroduce yourself with a new storyline. What do you want to show up as? Who do you want to be remembered as? You're looking at your legacy, okay? So a lot of you are really shifting gears. Is no longer more the introspection, which is good to have introspection. Is more so like how are you reflecting and being of service, and how are you showing up in the world? Okay. And I'm gathering like some of you see yourself in a certain light, and you're actually changing that perspective of how you see yourself or how you view yourself. So now it's like the time for you to be more social, interact with those like-minded people, or even people that you can see yourself aspiring or being inspired by. Okay, so I wanted to pull some cards in regards to this, but this is the energy I feel, and it makes sense because Leo energy, Leo rules the heart. Okay, they're centered around like the heart chakra, where it's like compassion, oneness with self, forgiving, learning, loving others, loving yourself, really taking care of the home of your heart. Okay, I'm also getting selflessness in a sense, but not to the point where you're over compromising, like you losing your identity. Like the main character energy is still there, but you're more charitable during this time. Okay. But reason why I mentioned home, at first I didn't understand it, but reason why I mentioned home, and as far as the heart, I'm hearing like that Luther Vandross song, Heart, something about the home. I'm hearing him sing it, but basically, home is where the heart is. Okay, so some of you are actually relocating still. I'm seeing that energy. So you're really making your home, your house or your apartment, your townhouse, whatever it is, you're making it actually like the home energy, feeling connected, feeling like you're bringing in certain colors. I'm hearing vibrant colors. So it may be like oranges, it may be green. As far as your inspiration, you may even decide to get new plants. So you're really like nurturing and cultivating your space so that it can give you more of what you need, in addition to whenever someone comes, they can feel that energy as well. Okay, so let's see. I'm not doing a pick a group or pick a card or crystal this go round. I'm getting more so of you trusting yourself regarding the messages. So if it feels like it resonates with you, go with it. Not to have to decipher between groups and if a message resonates or not. Whatever you hear that resonates, that you get some type of confirmation within your body, within your energy. I don't care if it's a flutter in your stomach, or even your throat sounds like it's clearing out, and you may have some mucus or some phlegm that needs to be cleared out, and you can feel it when you're listening to this message. Whatever indication, even pressure on the head, I'm seeing like a crown, you may get those indications, even a temperature change, okay? Even a temperature change, I sense that if it pertains to you, the messages, you'll see a sign or a synchronicity or something, okay? Or a physical sensation. Just show me what the full moon Leo energy will bring us. And I already did my prayer and set the tone as far as this reading, okay? A lot of you are becoming unapologetic. Okay, give me 2 more. So far I'm getting a lot of fiery energy. I'm surprised that actually Leo didn't show up, but that's cool. So the Leo energy will bring out Sagittarius energy, which is all about perceive. I perceive, I see, okay, your perception. Also, some of you are really diving deep in your spiritual paths. You know, believe it or not, like your spiritual connectedness or your journey, it really has something to do with your heart space and what resonates within your heart. Yes, you're crowned as far as how you are connected with one source, your higher self. But I'm getting an energy that something that resonates with your heart, you're going with it as well. So I don't care if it's a certain affirmation or a meditation, something that does you well as far as your heart space, that you're finally allowing, even though it may be different from other people's perspectives or what you've been taught as far as your upbringing, okay? You're coming up with your own philosophies and or coming across certain philosophies or belief systems that resonate with you more than the traditional point of view, okay? So old habits or thoughts or belief systems are being done away with, and I'm seeing that you're basically revamping your beliefs and, you know, finding out what works for you, okay? And I'm hearing non-traditional. And I just heard the song In the Circle of Life. So Lion King, okay, I don't know if some of you are familiar with that, but Lion King, that song, there's some messages that you may want to check out if this resonates with you, to actually, you know, play back. That the circle of life, okay? I don't necessarily know all the meanings or lyrics to that song, but I feel a warmth and happiness with that energy. So you may have a memory with that particular song or that movie, okay? And if you notice the ring of fire right there, Sagittarius energy, okay? Also, Mars energy came out. Okay, so Mars rules Aries. In the past, it used to rule over Scorpio. So this energy is more like a warrior-like energy, I'm hearing the violent take it by force. So if you are familiar with that scripture, it's more so being assertive, aggressive, being a leader. So, you know, Aries is the first of the zodiac, right? So in regards to this, you're taking action, okay? It's again that main character energy is coming out. Okay, some of you may be single where you're actually okay with it. You're open to new possibilities, relationships, or what have you, but you are okay. You're finally okay with being single, not alone, but single. And it's an actual, I'm hearing being deliberate about being single and choosing who is in your space, okay? And also with that Mars energy, I'm thinking about Aries where it rules the head. You're thinking a little bit more clear as far as not only how you show up in the world, but how you want your relationships to be. So if something is not vibing with you anymore, if you feel like there's some disconnectedness in regards to relationships. If they're salvageable, you'll do that. You'll communicate with them, but others will fall by the wayside, especially if you kind of already got a heads up or a feeling like, yeah, this relationship is coming to a close. And that can even be a friendship or a romantic connection. And I'm seeing that if it does fall by the wayside, you won't be the one to like pursue it and actually try to rectify the situation. You'll be okay with being like, all right, that was an easy one. You get what I'm saying? I also see earth energy, okay? So earth energy, that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn type energy. Some of you are grounding some of your business ideas where you're seeing, okay, now certain aspects has been cleared out and I'm freeing things up. I can see how some of the things I was doing in my personal life was was reflecting in my business. So you're seeing that, okay, say for instance your personal appearance, where you're saying, oh, I don't care about my personal appearance as long as they get the message, or they shouldn't be focused on what I look like, putting that type of energy out there. And it was reflecting like in your personal life where you were just rolling out of bed, just barely getting yourself together, and you just like kind of just showing up, take me as I am type energy, right? So now it's like a thing where you're realizing that there is some importance as far as the messenger's appearance and as well as the message, but it's not as important, but it does help, and it makes your energy feel a little bit better when you show up or rise to the occasion physically. Okay, so you're actually saying, you know what, I want to revamp my look. I want to really tap into my Empress or Emperor type energy, which is that Aries energy as well. But the Empress energy is more so Libra Taurian energy, okay? So you're saying I want to really tap into that Empress Emperor energy. So I have to act accordingly. And it's not just all about looks, but you do realize the energy behind the care and the grooming aspect of your life, and as well as your business. Okay, so I'm seeing some of you are really doing the material, like getting the material things taken care of. So even I'm hearing something about change your wallet. Okay, so as simple as something as changing your wallet, believe it or not, and I do this, I revamp my purse. Like I go in, I clean house, like as far as a purse, like I take everything out. I vacuum it out or, dust it out. I make sure there's no, particles or crumbs, like, like crumbs. If there's change, loose change, gathering that up. I also take things out that I know I need to take out, like receipts. Like I strongly encourage you like to keep those receipts out of your wallet. And it's just like keeping it clean, so it's like not the past energy, but it's like a flow going through your wallet. Okay, so I purposely keep like a red wallet. If I don't have a red wallet, I have something like really really nice, maybe even designer, so that it's like an energy of up leveling, an energy of Empress or Emperor type energy, where it's constantly circulating a flow of abundance financially. So even my cards that are in there, I make sure that they're organized. If there's certain business cards that I know I'm not going to use, I get rid of them. And I really like take care of it. I wipe it down, I wipe it out. As far as this is just my wallet, in addition to my purse, where I organize everything and just really like take care of my purse as well as my wallet. But I'm hearing that some of you need to do that, where it helps, so there's like, it's not a stagnant energy, it's like a flow, like you're keeping it flowing. Okay, even if you put a few dollars, it doesn't have to be much, just a few dollars in the wallet, like cash, having that in there, making sure your cards are organized, it's just giving that energy. And if you have like an abundance oil, I know I do offer that on my website, where you can oil your dollars, oil your wallet. It doesn't have to be drenched or saturated. You can rub it in your hands and like pray or say affirmations in and through your wallet as well as your purse or whatever you carry as far as your cards or your, you know, your wallet, okay? So I'm seeing that some of you need to actually do that. I'm hearing cobwebs. So in your home, I strongly encourage you to, you know, set some time aside to clean house, literally, where if there's any areas that need to be dusted, if there's areas where it needs to, you know, you need to polish the furniture, you know, dust the furniture if you don't believe in polishing, you know, just fluff up your pillows, different things like that. Even bring it in a new scent or fragrance, aromatherapy or what have you. Bring it in some new energy. Open up your doors, open up your windows, allow that energy to leave and some brand new energy to come in, okay? And set those intentions and pray over your home as such, okay? So that is in the physical that you're doing that. The things that you do in the physical are energetic, how can I say? It brings about an energetic shift, okay, within your space. So even though you're thinking, oh, that's nothing to clean it out, that's no big deal, it's something about the energy is freeing up the space so that there can be a circulation going on, okay? If you ever got a massage, if you ever was able to go and get taken care of as far as that is concerned, you are releasing toxins, you feel a blood flow, you feel like circulation is finally running through certain areas that were maybe stiff, or maybe your joints were hurting or whatnot, or even like, say for instance, if your feet were like kind of cold, when you get those foot massages, it's like it recirculates the blood within that area. Even though there was blood flow, it's just like it amped it up a little bit. And you'll even notice like your skin will have a color change where it's like a reddish color because of that blood flow being reactivated within your body. So the same thing I'm seeing that you do for your physical body as far as that massage. And I'm hearing lymphatic system. So some of you are actually doing a detox, okay? Or you need to do a detox. And I'm hearing liver cleanse specifically. So that is really just freeing up the space, not only in the physical, but energetically. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel like you can think clearer, and any excess weight, okay, or waste will, you know, be rid of. All right. I know that was a lot, but that was the messages were just coming. I'm like, whoa, I'm just flowing with it. All right. So any other messages before I pull out these other cards? Let's see. Okay, I'm hearing as far as overanalyzing, you're no longer going to be like in your head about certain issues or things you have dealt with, okay? So some of you, say for instance, you had some experiences that were not the best, whether they were traumatic or whether they were just situations you didn't particularly care for or something didn't add up. You're no longer going to dwell on it. You just like, I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? If it ever comes up again, I'll act accordingly. But right now, I don't have time to be focused on that. I have other things that I need to focus on. And some of you are actually doing that. All right. Let's see. Right. So that Sagittarius energy, again, I'm seeing perception, seeing things a little bit clearer. In the past there was some ambiguity, like you weren't able to see things as they are. You were perceiving them as they should be or as you want them or believe to be. And I believe that has something to do with some Piscean energy that we had that came through as far as astrologically. So sometimes with being intuitive, there's a balance that is needed. Okay, so sometimes we become hyper focused or hyper aware, where then we're over analyzing everything, and then you'll over analyze a situation or an occurrence, and you thought that maybe there was more to it than what meets the eye. but in actuality, it's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? But then you kind of was playing things back and kind of rehearsing things or whatever, and it just wasn't on point. And so I'm seeing that you're letting those things go that you were kind of playing back, like in the back of your mind. You know, you may have functioned day to day, but it was still playing like, that didn't really make sense, or what did they mean by that? Why did they say that? Or those type of situations. Okay, so opportunities, I did predict this in the last reading in regards to love. I do see some of you having new connections for February. And I will do a monthly reading as far as the collective, as far as what to expect for February. More than likely I have that done by this weekend, okay? But this is more so the full moon in Leo. Excuse me. Some of you are having the willpower to get things done that you've been procrastinating on. And I said that before, but I'm really seeing it now. And even though I do encourage you to get expertise, like an expert, if you do not have certain answers, especially if it's business related, financially, whatever. Even spiritually, if you want to consult with, a guide or a teacher or whatever. I'm seeing you not being so reliant on that. You're open to information that someone may have, but I'm seeing you're relying more on your intuition as well. And being the fact that your intuitive nudges or your energy as far as your third eye is not hyperactive, or you're not hyper aware, you'll see things a little bit clearer. It's like mental clarity, okay? It will work hand in hand with your third eye. So your third eye and your mental space will work hand in hand. Sometimes they can work against each other because, mentally sometimes we have a tendency to just only be logical, whereas your third eye is getting information that you don't have really that much evidence. You don't even know where it came from. You just have this certain knowing at times. And believe it or not, the third eye is connected to your nervous system. So if you're feeling anxious, or how can I say, having that hyper or hypo activity going on, there's something within your nervous system that needs to be rectified. And I'm also hearing hormonal. All of it works together, okay? All of it works together. So I'm seeing if there's something going on with your nervous system. So say, for instance, you've had a car accident, okay? I'm getting an example. You've had a car accident, and so your mind, your body has stored that trigger as far as the car accident. When someone, I don't care if someone hit you in the back, and you felt the impact, and it drove all the way from your spinal, all the way to your neck, all the way to your cranium or your head. And it's like it sent triggers throughout your body, like alert, alert, danger, danger, you know what I mean? And whatever your body had to do in order to stabilize your energy at the time, it did it. Sometimes it may be that fight or flight energy, the adrenaline rush, whatever it was. It was trying to help you stabilize, but in a sense it kind of didn't, because once you calmed down, you started to really feel the impact of that accident, right? So I'm seeing in regards to your third eye, some of you in the past have had triggering moments, or not even triggers, but just stored information from times that you have relied on your third eye, and you felt like it steered you wrong. Like, I know I got that confirmation. I know I heard what I heard, and it wasn't my ego. It wasn't me talking. It was like another voice, or it felt like one of your guides, and you felt like you really heard very clearly. And then for whatever reason at that given moment, it didn't happen the way you expected, or the confirmation wasn't there that you are in fact hearing what you heard. and something happened that was, you know, like I said, different than what you were expecting. So then you were like, did I really hear what I heard? And you start second guessing yourself. And then so sometimes we go in that safe space of going with our logic, because usually logic makes sense. Then we are not relying on the third eye as far as what we're channeling or what we're receiving intuitively. And so then it's like, no, if it doesn't make sense as far as, you know, how things check out, then I'm not going to go with it, because you feel like you may have felt crazy, or you're hearing things, or you're hearing what you want to hear, or just whatever. You were denying that spiritual aspect of yourself. But believe it or not, that spiritual aspect of yourself, it still is connected to the physical. Okay. And so physically, if there was some situations where you went with what you thought you heard, or what have you, or even what intuitively that was revealed to you, you are actually rectifying whatever it was within your nervous system. So some of you are actually using herbs, and there's this one herb, ashwanda or something like that, is you're basically like using certain herbs to relax your nervous system, because some of you were in such stressful states of being that if it wasn't logical, you were shutting it out, you were shutting it down, and you were in autopilot in a sense. Okay, so some of you are getting the necessary help, whether it's Chinese herbs, whether it's, you know, medicinal, whatever, Eastern healing remedies you're relying on. You are really studying the body, and I'm hearing physiology, and I don't know what all of that entails as far as physiology, but you're basically looking at all aspects of your life and how they are interconnected. Okay. And you're really focused on clearing out the third eye too. I'm seeing like there was some dust or some particles within the third eye, and it's like being swept away, like being cleared out. So that's interesting. Some of you that may hold some resonance, and I'm hearing clear quartz and emerald. Okay, so some of you that may resonate. Okay. All right, so I need 3 cards for the full moon, please, in Leo. Show me what we can expect. 3 cards. Some of you are on the verge of completion, because I just keep seeing 9999, but I'm getting 999, honestly. And 88 or 888 may be of some significance for you. Give me 2 more, Spirit, in regards to, yep. You're coming out of this phase. Some of you were in a reminiscent mode or feeling, okay? So it's another, it's a 6, okay? It's a 6. Give me 1 more for the full moon Leo. You gave me 2 more. Okay. And I just heard, oh, you gave me 3 more. Passive income. Okay. So I want to show these cards, actually. So the first one is solitude. That is connected to like hermit mode energy, introspection. This is 9, though. So that means you're completing that phase of like going inward, and you're now looking outward. Okay. So solitude, that's towards the end. You're on the back end of that. You're cycling out of that. Okay. And memories of love. So remember I was telling you about the heart space. Okay, that's what I'm really getting. Some of you are reminiscing on those things that you loved. Now you may start picking them up and actually diving deep with those things. So I don't care if it's gifts, I don't care if it's hobbies or talents that you may have had and put aside. Now you're actually picking those things up and realizing that there is an opportunity to be for it to be a stream of income. Some of you are thinking too hard about your streams of income. If you look at it, it reminds you of streams, right? Like streams of income. This is a 5. So this is like financial and material changes. You're thinking about it too hard as far as how you can make it work for yourself. Because you have some things that you actually love to do, you like to do, just do them, okay? Don't worry about the execution as much, like you're overthinking that, okay? So once you just start doing it, the inspiration of how to do it or execute it will present itself. Right now, it's just getting it out. So I don't care if it's writing, I don't care if it's painting, get it out, okay? And 6 and 5 is 11, so 11 maybe something, or 1 But I've also been seeing 111 as far as the angel number, so some of that may be symbolic to you as well, or you can relate. This is a beautiful card, okay? There we go. We got it focused. Okay, so this is passion ignited. If you notice, that is green energy right there. So some of you may have those new connections or those new gifts that you want to, tap into, or existing gifts. You also may be discovering some things that you can do, okay? Because I'm hearing discovery, okay? And it makes you feel good. And I'm hearing harmony. So that's all chakra, heart chakra energy. Recognition and reward. Okay. So some of you, again, it's that main character energy. You're finally getting picked up as far as, people seeing you more. They're seeing you at events. They're hearing your name. You're starting to show up more on the social media feed or whatever. People are finally recognizing your accomplishments and recognizing that you truly are gifted. And it's not that necessarily that you need it, but it does help as far as what I'm gathering for your energy, to be acknowledged. Okay, everyone wants to be acknowledged. Okay, I think I want to pull out an affirmation. I'm looking at my decks right here. I have this table that basically you can use it like an art desk. So like when I want to draw, I can do that. But it also, I put like most of my decks at the bottom on this shelf, so I can just pull them out when I do my consultations or my readings. And in addition to when I do my YouTube videos, okay? Spirit, I want 3 affirmation cards for full moon and Leo. This is a really dope energy though. I'm also hearing like lightheartedness. So if you were like dwelling on things that really didn't serve you, or just disappointing events in your life, you're not dwelling on that. I'm hearing like lighthearted fun times. You may be going out more this month too. And then, oh yeah, some of you that celebrate Valentine's Day, you may feel connected. Okay, so I'm hearing specific dates. 11th through the 13th. February the 11th through the 13th. I'm hearing like some real like yummy energy. So it's like love, fun, social, hanging out. Okay, the 11th through the 13th. That's interesting. I might look that up and see what's going on. Okay. Okay, so I just got instructions. Pull the top 3. Okay, so boom, boom, bam. So, okay, so the 3 cards that I have. Power. I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. Okay? I like that. I like that. I want to read it one more time, okay? I am strong. I am grounded. Okay? So what does that sound like? I am strong. I am grounded. Okay? Very assertive energy. Okay? Very assertive. Okay? Yes? I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but just be. Okay? Awesome. Pleasure. Remember I was telling you about that? Okay. I said I felt yummy energy. Pleasure. I give myself permission to feel pleasure, and I let that pleasure rush into my life in a decadent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realized that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud, oh, doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. Okay, so it was there at the door waiting, but it wasn't knocking. Okay, so let me run this by again. Pleasure. I give myself permission to feel pleasure, and I let that pleasure rush into my life in a decadent display of over the top abundance. Okay, so some of you are really tapping in your sacral. Okay, then I realized that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. Okay? And remember, I was talking about that Empress and Emperor energy, right? But I spoke on the Earth energy. Okay? Earth is really like the physical stuff, the material, okay? Indulging in like decadent desserts or delectable treats or meals, like wholesome, earthy, or hearty meals. I'm seeing even getting your nails done, your feet done. Especially Pisces, they love to get their feet done and rubbed, right? I'm seeing where some of you like whipped cream or something. Like I'm seeing someone like really like tapping into that, or even, oh, okay, I'm even hearing whip shots. Okay, so some of y'all are really having a good time. Okay, if y'all ain't familiar with whip shots, it's basically like alcoholic whipped cream, I guess, like in a can from Cardi B. Cardi B is the face of that. Okay, whip shots. Okay, so I see possibility. Hear ye, hear ye. I hereby unclench my grip on all the old thought patterns that are getting in my way. I surrender any ideas that make me feel like a victim of circumstances or make my ideal relationship, job, whatever seem like an impossibility. I am now the mayor of reinvention and issue the following decree. Limiting beliefs about myself and my life are henceforth, forthwith, officially and indubitably declared for the birds. Henceforth, everything is possible. Okay, I like that. So, with that energy, that's like Sagittarius energy. Okay, Sagittarius energy is not only the temperance of the emotions. And remember, I was saying something about discovery, even though that's connected to Mars as well, like that leadership energy. It's more so like seeing clear. Because remember, I said Sagittarius is about I perceive and I see. Okay, that's their affirmations. So the perception is clearer now because you're letting go of the past hangups, relationships, trauma, whatever you are recreating your story. Okay, you are doing how can I say, you're re-identifying, how can I say, it's like a makeover. Okay, it's not just a physical makeover, it's a spiritual or energetic makeover that you're doing, where you're saying, you know what, that's old news. Oh, you remember that, but that's old news. I don't. I'm different now. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to come to me differently. You know, people that were used to crossing boundaries, they gonna have to be you have to reintroduce yourself. Okay, so there's more possibilities because that are open to you because you're aligned. Okay, you're finally aligned because you're actually seeing, you're perceiving that it's open to you and available. Okay, but those opportunities or those possibilities are not going to be like aggressive in like making you, you know what I mean? It's a thing where there's free will. So it's here, but what you going to do about it? It's always been here. The opportunities always been here, have always been here. The opportunities for new connections, people that you can vibe with, people that you can fall in love with, all of that, they were already there. It was just you had to be aligned, okay? An energetic shift. That's all. That's all. All right. I'm hearing something about love. Okay, I'm gonna do an affirmation for love, and then I'm gonna be done. Okay. I really enjoyed this reading. So this is full moon in Leo, and you may even be feeling it now, like for real, for real. Okay. Okay, give me a love message for full moon in Leo. Some of you may be reconciling though. Not everybody. Some of y'all. Come on, baby. Give me one. Don't be stubborn. These are brand new too, so you know you have to break them in. I want to make sure I shuffle them good. Okay, I'm hearing stop. Okay, pull the bottom. And the top I'm hearing. Okay. So the bottom, don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants, or yes, that's probably it. So I'm gonna read it again. Don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped in their pants. Yes, that's probably it. So don't take it personal. I don't know if y'all remember this song from Monica. Don't take it personal, baby. So some of y'all are like, you know what? They ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me move on. Like I'm gonna set my sets on higher. I feel good. I'm gonna continuously feel good. I'm not gonna let that throw me off. You know what I'm saying? So I have one more. Celebration. When I come across people in happy, healthy relationships, I give jealousy the finger and celebrate their joy. When I do so, I'm rooting for the good guys, which means that I'm a good guy. And that means all of us win. Who wants to celebrate? Okay, so I think I got that message as far as the channeling. I did a love message. I did a love message like a few days ago that you may want to check out. But it definitely, that energy came up in regards to celebrating other people's wins, because, you know, we all win. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I have for the full moon in Leo. Again, take the meat, throw out the bones. You know, if it doesn't apply, you do what? You let it fly, right? So that's all I have for you. I will be doing the weekly reading that I should have released before, you know, Monday, the new week. And I also will be doing, I want to do an ancestors reading. So don't hold me on that one, but I really want to tap in what your ancestors have to say for you, your guides, specifically your ancestors I'm hearing. I need to give some messages your way, okay? So that's all I have for you. All the information is in the description box as far as how to reach me, how to book a service. If you looking to collab, I'm open. Like, I would love to collaborate, especially if we resonate and if it's there as far as, you know, how we should connect and if it works, you know, for our highest good. Most certainly I'm open to it for those different opportunities for collaboration. But that's all I have for you. Be well. Take care.